Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to do a video which is related to financial. So this video is about how to buy shares in South Africa. Okay, by the end of this video you will have all answers that you have to know about how to invest in South African company. Let's start. Firstly, you have to take a look at the following requirements. As you know that everywhere where you go, they will look for a requirements that you have to meet. Number 1, you must be 18 or older than 18 years. Number 2, you must have South African ID. If not South African, then you must have a passport. Number 3, you have a proof of residence. So when you buy a share in a company, you don't have to register any company because company is already registered. The next step is to know when is the right time to buy a share in a company. So this one is very important. We are going to discuss it in detail. So you have to know that a company must be listed on JSE or it must be a public company for you to buy a share. Okay. Number 2, you have to buy a share when the market is open for a certain company. It's not always a case where you choose whenever the company that you want to buy a share. You have to check the available company that issued a share to a public. So the next thing that you have to know, guys, is that it's not always the case where you have to buy a share in a company that is performing well. You also have to check the company that has a bad performance at the time that you are buying a share. There is a reason why you have to check that. Number 1, there is an issue of a strike. You can find that the company market price goes down because of a strike. However, you know that the strike, it can't be forever. So which means that you can buy a share which has a price of 2 rand, but after the strike you find that the share price of the company is going very up, which means that in that case, if you bought the share by a 2 rand and the price go to 10 rand, which means that you are going to benefit higher. Then the next thing is the issue of the shareholders. You can find that in that time of the share that you are buying, the shareholders are fighting inside the company, which means that this can affect the market price as well. And the other thing is the issue of seasonal. You can find that the company that you are buying a share is rely on a seasonal. Let me give you example. Let's say December is a season of a fruit that the company that you are buying a share to is selling a fruit. Then you find that on December there is a higher chances that the fruit is going to grow. They are going to sell many fruits. But you can find that the time that you want to buy a share is around June, and the time of June there is a few fruits that the company is going to sell, which means that in that case you will find that the market price will be lower. But if you bought a share at that lower price around June, when you go to December, when there will be a season of a fruit, which means that you are going to get what? A higher market price, which means that you are going to benefit more. So you also have to check that. Please, when you buy a share, make sure that you don't only focus on an issue of a price. Don't buy a share just because the price is higher. Remember, when it go to a season where the company is facing a problem, which means that your market price is going to be affected. Lastly, guys, you don't have to get $1 million in order for you to own share in South Africa. What you have to do, as little as 500, you can just download an app from a Play Store. Just Google JSE Stock Exchange, then download the app, start a registration. Then you can check the available companies that is available from the app, then buy a share as little as 500. Remember, the lower you invest, the lower amount of profit that you are going to get. The higher the investment, the higher profit that you are going to get. So I hope you learned something in this video. Please make sure that you subscribe on my channel. I'm going to do more videos about how to buy shares.